All right, welcome back to my living room. Now we're going to go over a couple quick putting drills we can do indoors. I'm using some easy household products. I happen to have a 9-foot putting mat. You can just use a regular carpet if you would like. Anything that mimics somewhat normal putting speeds and doesn't have a grain in it that's going to pull the ball in one direction or another will work. So first things first, with this golf ball out of the way, we're going to do what I call the putter gate drill, which is where you get just 2 golf balls, get them just wide enough so that your putter fits in between them. And what you're going to do is you're going to practice your putting stroke by rocking it in between these 2 golf balls, which should in turn lead to better struck putts. Oop. Now you can start with the golf balls a little bit farther apart if you want, and then work your way closer as you get a little bit more refined. But what this should do is it should get your putting stroke hitting the middle of the ball more often. And what that does is that will translate to better distance control. So a 10-foot putt, if you hit in the middle of the putter head and it goes exactly 10 feet, if you catch it a half an inch outside or inside, it's really only going to go about 9.5 feet. So with that being said, if you extrapolate that out to like a 30 or a 40 footer, if you miss the middle of the putter by a half an inch, you're going to end up, your distance, even if you hit the putt the perfect speed, if you mishit it, it's going to end up a few feet short. So as Ben Crenshaw once said, distance is twice as important as line. Because if your distance is good, you're always going to have a short second putt. So hitting the center of the club face is paramount to having proper distance control. So this drill right here will help groove your putting stroke so that you're catching the middle of the putter face as often as possible. So from there, I have a second gate over here. I'm using a salt and pepper shaker. You could use just tees and put them upside down. The problem is when you hit one of them, it's going to fall over and you're going to have to bend over and reset it every time. So I like the salt and pepper shaker because even when the ball hits it, they don't fall over, and I can just use the putter to move them back in. I don't have to keep bending down. So you can actually use both of these drills together by putting a ball in the middle of the skate, and ideally putting it through that secondary gate into a hole that's about this should be about halfway in between the ball and the hole. Just know that the farther away the skate gets from the ball, the harder it is going to be to go through it. So the closer you get the gate to the ball, the easier it is. So maybe you start with it right here and then work your way to halfway. But the goal is to get the putter through this gate without hitting either ball, to get the ball through this gate without hitting either of those, and then to go in the hole. If you don't have a putting mat, just use a coaster. Maybe you have a round coaster, a circular coaster, square coaster, really doesn't matter. Just something that mimics roughly the size of a hole. So we'll give this a try here. No guarantees. No, I hit the salt shaker just barely, so I pushed that a little bit. I don't know if maybe my putting stroke got a little bit into out there. Give it one more try. There it is. There's the sound we're looking for. So, great way to hone in your putting stroke and get things started online, get the distance control better by catching the middle of the face more often. And hopefully that will translate to being a better putter in the future. So, thank you guys for watching again, and I'll catch you next week.